5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hello and welcome. We're back. We're doing the singing. Right. Lean back. Oh, jeez. Stand up straight. How are you getting on? In through the nose, so the tummy comes out. A lot of meditation is based on the stillness of breath, that moment of time when the breath comes in and you don't breathe out. That right there, and then that moment of bliss in between the breath is what some people are big into. So yeah, if have you studied meditation and all that stuff, you might know about all that. A lot of this is about following your body, being very aware of any tension that builds up in the body. So if you start to rise up, a lot of it, 90% or so of this is like psychological. The other 10% is practicing every day. So you can imagine how hard the psychological part is to get down. A lot of it is make sure your tongue is not in the way of the sound coming out. That the air comes up through the body. There's nothing restricting. A lot of us have tension in the throat, which restricts the airflow, and then we get pains in our throats and can't sing and all this stuff because of all the air going past the vocal cords. The vocal cords become dehydrated, or the water gets blown off. It's a H2O, is it? It's blown off the vocal cords and they dry up. Alright, so you gotta leave it open. It's just like a car without oil. Alright? You can run the car, no bother. Very so often, it really starts grinding and things like that. I'm watching pigeons out the window here. Every time I move, they're like, oh shit, he's gonna eat me. Alright, so was it shoulders, legs hip width apart, shoulders width apart, grand. Feet point in the same direction if you can. I can never really do that, I always end up going, but feet point in the same direction, I guess, if you can. That's more of a psychological thing, to remain focused on the one task. So where your feet are pointing, your brain is thinking. So it's like subconscious cues and so on. Anyway, we won't worry about that. We'll keep it simple. So try to be mindful of your shoulders rising. You don't want that. It's the hand on the tummy. So a lot of people don't like doing this because they're like, oh, I'm worried about my weight and what people think of my tummy and all this stuff. That's fine. Sit-ups will get rid of that. Also, if you switch from stop drinking beer and drink spirits instead. Shh. Just loads of things. Bread gives you stuff up the tummy, like a bump. But listen, it doesn't matter. That's just aesthetics. Just airy things just make your stomach go out. The yeast in beer, bread, and so on. Listen, I'm not a dietitian. Just I know a lot of people, why people don't breathe properly, is because they're very afraid of looking overweight and so on. But that's what you gotta do. It's the breath. See my hand coming in now? So what we're gonna do is try and attach a tone to the breath. And then as soon as you stop going you breathe in. Alright. Whatever. Alright, here's a little example for anyone worried about passing out. Breathe out all the air you can breathe out until you can breathe out no more, and then try to laugh, and you'll be able to laugh. Because even when you think you're going to pass out, there's still like a little bit of air there. Your body won't let you run out of air. It'll just be like, alright, it's time to breathe now. Stop messing around. We need air. Your brain wants air. Alright. So some things which aren't natural is a lot of us, as we grow up, we start breathing shallow breaths from the shoulders as opposed to deep steady breaths from the stomach. Keeping that throat open. And so on. Alright, here we go. We go for some mi, me, ma, mo, mu. If you can, the more you can focus on the tone of the voice that you're creating, the faster this will be. Mi, me, ma, mo, mu. C major. Just gotta go up semitones again. Mi, me, ma, mo, mu. Do you C sharp? Mi, me, ma, mo, mu. D major. Mi, me, ma, mo, mu. Alright, you might around here. Where's that? Just above the Adam's apple, maybe. Maybe noticing some pressure, strain, or whatever. It's all about a state of flow. If you start singing that your voice, if you're singing so that your voice hurts, you'll only be able to sing for a little bit of time. It's meant to be just like breathing, and the issue is that we think about so much. We're like, oh shit, gotta get this right, and throat goes all stretched or tight, and then often there's substances like maybe alcohol or food involved because like, oh jeez, I wanna be relaxed for this, and then a lot of it is just psychological. Anyway, mi, me, ma, mo, mu. Mi, me, ma, mo, mu. Alright, now we're into, this is a lovely E major. Mi, me, ma, mo, mu. Mi, me, ma, mo, mu. Lovely. F. Mi, me, ma, mo, mu. You want to be resonating around here. You can feel your teeth vibrating and shaking. And if you feel some other part of yourself vibrating, that's a different method of singing, which is fine. But some styles of singing I'm actually quite suspicious of. Like there's like speech level singing, and other things like what are these lads doing? Just see it doesn't. Anyway, that's just me. I've studied many singing programs like in detail. It takes fucking months to go through them anyway. But some of them are unusual. Anyway, you'll see. But I've learned from them. There's good and everything, isn't there? D sharp. Mi, me, ma. We're going to F, sorry. Mi, me, ma, mo, mu. F sharp. Mi, me, ma, mo, mu. G major. Mi, me, ma, mo, mu. Major, G major, G sharp. Mi, me, ma, mo. So try to be singing at the same perceived volume. If you're screaming, your throat must be in absolute agony right now. You'll know if you have a sore throat, you were doing something wrong. the subtleties are very confusing, I'm not gonna lie. That's why sometimes it's nice to get a piano near you or something. Just to... It takes years to get your ear in tune, to be able to even hear the difference between... Is that a going down or an up motion? I was like, oh, what's that? I can't tell. What do you know today? Oh jeez, where are they? What do you know today? Getting your ear, it's many, many years, so just enjoy it. Here we go, G sharp. Again. Mi, me, ma, mo, mu. A major. Mi, me, ma, mo, mu. Again. Mi, me, ma, mo, mu. Up, no more semitone. We're at one semitone up from D. A sharp is what? Whoops, I gave away the answer there. It's A sharp. One semitone up from A is either A sharp or B flat, depending on what you're doing. So we're on B flat. Here we go. Mi, me, ma, mo, mu. B flat again. Mi, me, ma, mo, mu. Lovely. Mi, me, ma, mo, mu. B major. Mi, me, ma, mo, mu. Again. Mi, me, ma, mo, mu. And back we started. C major. Mi, me, ma, mo, mu. Alright, mi, me, ma, mo, mu. Man, that's really good. I can already feel it in my voice, man. That's lovely. Mi, me, ma, mo, mu. This honestly is like getting superpowers. I used to feel really weird about doing singing warm-ups. I thought they were cheating because you'd wake up in the morning, you're like, I can't even hold a note. And then you do vocal warm-ups for half an hour, have a little break and go back to it. And you start singing like a fucking rock star. It's like, what the fuck is going on here? I thought I was an awful singer. Warm-ups are just like actually amazing. Personally, for me, I like to do, if I want to feel comfortable, I do at least 40 minutes vocal warm-ups before going on stage. That's an ideal situation where it's not very often you get you're just like your sleep. Your voice will have an automatic clock or whatever, sleep hygiene. So if you're singing in the mornings, if you're doing vocal warm-ups every day in the morning, your body will adjust to that. And if you're used to only singing at night, your body will adjust to that. And if you're a high voice, high voice. If you're a high voice, you'll sing better later on in the day. If you're a low voice, it's oh baby, subsonics or whatever. You'll sing better first thing in the morning. All right. So if it's a funeral and you're writing the part, it's the first thing in the morning. Your basses will sound the best, and if it's late, if you want your tenors to sound, that's your tenors up here. High voices, low voices will sound best in the morning. High voices will sound best at night. All right. So if you're recording, if you're a low voice, in an ideal world, do it in the morning. High voice, ideal at night. Just to be more warmed up, because people's register can change throughout the day. It also moves throughout your life. Your register moves around throughout your life. Whoa, woo, whoa. And it eventually settles when you're something like 40 or 50. It's absolutely mad. People generally lose their high end in their voice from lack of acrobatics or Yeah, let's try a bit more of that staircase motion. So triads. We're just gonna mostly get very familiar with our major scales. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, ti, la, so, fa, re, mi, do. Called solfege or solfa. So we're going to do this whole step motion. Was it bumblebees we're doing? This stuff grows the voice. Alright, so if you do these vocal warm-ups, you're gonna be able to change vocal tones. You won't, if you're a smoker, you can get rid of all that. If you're just find out. Bumblebee, 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 wasp. Blue bottle, 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 swat. That was C major, going up to C sharp. Bumblebee, 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 wasp. Blue bottle, 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 swat. D major. Bumblebee, 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 wasp. Be on the lookout for tension. Try to release it if you can. Blue bottle, blue bottle, blue bottle, blue bottle, blue bottle, blue bottle, blue bottle. Something I like to do for fun is do the same exercise with different accents, like a Scottish accent and American accent, just to practice the different ways of using your voice. There. Up to T sharp. Bumblebee, 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 wasp. Blue bottle, 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 swat. Alright. We're into E major. Bumble, bumblebee, 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 wasp. Blue bottle, 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 swat. What the? Blue bottle, swat. F. Bumblebee, 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 wasp. Blue bottle, 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 swat. Stretching and growing the voice, widening your range, putting your vocal placement up higher. After the break, it'll lower back down. Bumblebee, 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 wasp. Blue bottle, 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 swat. Again. F sharp major. Bumblebee, 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 make sure you switch into head voice there. So there's the break, and that's normally where people go out of tune. So they're going, and then when the voice starts to get weak, that's when you gotta pass it over into the head voice. Sometimes people like using their hand as a head voice, kind of to symbolize it, because you can't see what you're doing. Sometimes you know, it's palm up for, what the fuck is it? I don't know what the hand gesture is, but people, you know, you see Mariah Carey and all them, the divas going, and they got their hand on their ear, and they, till I love a baby, till I get to in the name of time. Ow! Ow! All that stuff. They start moving the hand around. That's for like psychological cues. They know if they're going up, to put their hand up, and switching from head voice to head voice to stomach voice, or whatever. They turn their hand upside down. They do these things. The reason why they put their finger in their ear or whatever, so they can it's to do with hearing your internal resonance, because your ear canal is connected to your voice and your nose and your sinuses and all that stuff. All right, so you're forcing it cuts out the low end or whatever, and then it's the high end in. All right, you're making the small holder higher. So people do that in a loud environment or whatever. Also, sometimes if you put earplugs in, it kind of can improve. It's like a feed. I don't know if any of you guys know what a feedback loop is. Oh Jesus! It's used in delay circuits and to create phasers and time delay bass effects and so on. But you're turning up your internal volume switch or whatever. Instead of hearing what's outside, you're letting your vocal resonance go back into your ear canal or whatever, so you're turning up your own internal volume or whatever. Who knows? Maybe that's what happens, I don't know. But the people, what you do is, anyway, if you can't really hear yourself sing, you close the little thing in your ear there, and it allows you to hear up different frequencies. Sometimes focus on, if you close your ear, it cuts off all the high frequencies, so you can only hear the low end. Anyway, we won't get into that. So experiment yourself singing and holding your ear and see how you get on. G major. Bumblebee, 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 wasp, blue bottle, blue bottle, blue bottle, blue bottle, blue bottle, blue bottle, swat. So remember, you might be singing here, blue bottle, or blue bottle, or and so on. The reason why it's so important to play with a piano or a pitch of some kind is for a reference pitch. Some people use either a piano, you can use a harmonica, or a whistle, or a little blowpipe. So you'd be going, oh, I'm going down to the river, I got the blues. This is the note I'm singing to. It's D. D is a good key for folk songs. It's kind of an easy D and A. It's called a reference pitch, alright? Standard, most of them use reference pitches A440, which is. You'll see quiet conductors take out the old tuning fork and go bing, and hold it for their ear and be like, and then be like, right, tenors, sopranos, and then if they're any fucking good, sorry for cursing, that's not what they might be doing. Not everyone can. Anyway, I'm gonna take deep breaths. We're just learning, aren't we? It's all a bit of fun. So, mi, me, ma, ma, mu. breath is the most important thing. Be on the lookout for tension. When you wake up and go, oh jeez, my throat. My throat. As I said, there's no feelings in your voice box or whatever. You can only notice the tissue inflamed around it. So it's always too late. As soon as you have a sore throat, it's too late. I'd recommend, rather than sing along to your favourite songs, you try doing, if you want to like lift fucking weights, like the vocal warm-ups are how you lift weights and get, you know, you see these bodybuilders with big muscles and stuff. The singing version of that is vocal warm-ups, and it makes a huge difference. I've heard singers before and after vocal warm-ups, and it's I've gone from being very, very scared to like, I don't know if this singer can pull off this performance, like to being like, wow, this is a serious singer. And the singer's like, oh sure, just this bit of fun. And I'd be like, no, you don't understand how good you are. Sure, I thought I don't tell them I thought they were awful when they came in, and I didn't think it could go on. But it just, what I'm trying to say is vocal warm-ups. It'll improve your singing by at least 10%. Like instantly. 5%, I'd say definitely 5%, 5-10%. Everything just feels looser. It's like, oh man, it's like steroids or something. I just like, it just feels, it just, do you know what you feel after a run or something? You're like, ah! It brings something out in you. It's really good. It makes you feel good, releases all sorts of happy stuff in the brain. Great form of meditation, great for staying in the moment, especially in scary times like coronavirus and stuff, because you need to have an awful lot of focus in on the body and not to be looking at the phones and all this stuff. Nothing wrong with phones, but just, you know, distractions of any kind take away from the focus. And those distractions, whether that's looking out the window or whether that's whatever you're into. Whatever you're into. So some more little tips. Find some music, whatever music you like. It doesn't matter what you like. Just hum along. Personally, I hum down low. So if the voice is up here, I'll hum here. Because sometimes it's easier to notice your face vibrating at the lower frequencies and so on. Just by doing different things with your throat and so on, you can notice the resonance shift up to your nose will start buzzing, and then your teeth will start buzzing, and depending on where you're placing the voice, you'll notice your nose vibrating, your ears vibrating, your fucking eyebrows, your head vibrating. So you get to choose where you get to focus the resonance. So as I explained before, the way that I do it or whatever is I bring the sound up through my my body, the diaphragm. It resonates the whole way through my body, as opposed to just from my throat to my head or whatever. So my whole body's shaking. The air is going through my throat, which is generally open to let as much air as possible out, and then I keep my teeth and mouth more or less the same at all times, so it really brightens up the sound because it's bouncing off those sharp teeth. It's not, the sound isn't being muted by having my tongue in the way. It's just a clear thing. Nothing blocking it. And then all I do is I find my resonance so that my body is resonating. And then I just kind of rock forward and backward on that point, on that main resonant point, to change the pitch. Some of you may understand what I'm talking about, and other people would be like, hell no. So yeah, there's tone and vocal placement, like I, me, ma, mo, mu, la. If you watch Anthony Kiedis, singer of the Chili Peppers and so on, often a lot of singers, they don't do this, they don't open their mouth really wide for hitting notes and stuff. They use a thing called vowel modification, which is where you go E, me, me, ma, mo, moo, me, yeah, you. I can't really get into right now. It's kind of where you imply a vowel, but you don't actually sing it. Yeah, I don't know. Vowels are very important anyways. Keep singing the vowels. Just keep singing. You'd be golden. The big thing that holds people back is people think they're not good singers. You won't be a good singer unless you practice. Simple as that. Alright. Doesn't matter if you can sing or not, like you just gotta practice. If it's what you want to do, you can do it. Alright. Over and out, all the best. I've full faith in you. Full faith.